Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to 999. We're back here again, making our decision at whether or not we want to go through door 4 or door 5. Now, if you remember, door 4, just a little recap from last episode, door 4 was the door that we're supposed to go through, or that everyone expects us to go through currently. And that's with June and the dancer and Silver. Or Santa, I believe is his new name. Yeah, Santa. And that's where we're going to go. That's not where the dead guy is. The dead guy is in room 5. And we're making the decision. Do we want to go through door 4 or door 5? Door 5 being where the dead guy is. Door 4 being with June and everyone else. And in the comments, someone left a comment saying that door 4 would be a more logical choice for his current decision because his secondary objective would be to stay with June, considering that he doesn't know her. And he doesn't really have a good reason for going through door 5 other than just moderate curiosity. Morbid curiosity, I should say. So we're going to say door 4 is a much better idea in the situation. So Junpei decided that door 4 would be fine. He would go through door 4 with Lotus, Santa, and June. Why had Junpei even considered doing otherwise? He would be there for June. For Akane, Kurashiki, Akane, Shirikiki. Yes, you can read it right there. That seemed good. He felt that it was the right choice to make. He made no shows of affection, but Junpei saw her as something more than just a friend from his childhood. He watched the other 4 walk towards their door. Ace, Snake, Clover, and 7. Junpei said nothing as they left. I'm sure that decision might, not haunt him, but might come back to him later in the game. Before long, they had reached door 5. They talked to one another for a few seconds, saying things Junpei couldn't hear, then laid their hands one by one in the scanner panel of the red. Sorry, give me just a second. Sorry. Hey, back again. Sorry, my voice sounded a little funny to me, and I wanted to just give it a little bit longer to be ready. You know, talk a little bit, clear my throat. And I think it sounds a little better now, so we're going to continue now. Ace grabbed the lever, his face tight with determination. He turned over his shoulder to look at Junpei and his companions. Goodbye. Be careful. And they pulled the lever, it opened. As Ace pulled the lever, the door swung open, the mouth of a great hungry beast. Beyond the door, Junpei knew, lay the sad remains of the 9th man. It did not surprise him that Ace, Clover, and 7 hesitated. His body was not a pleasant thing. You guys can't hesitate much, you got 9 seconds. Snake had no such problems, as the blindness made him immune to the horror. He stepped through the door, his feet making a wet splack sound in the pool of blood. Do you intend to kill me? I assume you haven't forgotten the door only remains open for 9 seconds, have you? Snake had not even bothered to turn around, but the other 3 steeled themselves and stepped through the door. And it closed. And I'm sure now they're verifying themselves as the dead. Door 5 swung shut, closing with the heavy finality of metal upon metal. Junpei and his companion scrambled to the door. They pressed their ears to it, in an attempt to hear what might be taking place on the other side. It's beeping. It's just like before. Probably the sound of the detonator on the bracelet. Do you think they're okay? June's face showed her concern more plainly than her words ever could. Almost as though, in response to her question, a voice rang out from the other side of the door. It was 7. Hey, there it is! That's gotta be that dead thing. Come on, get over here, we gotta authenticate. Oh good. The beeping stopped. The sighs of relief were audible, even through the heavy door. Oh, looks like it stopped. Junpei and his companions leaned away from the door and breathed a collective sigh of relief of their own. Hey, guys, are you doing alright over there? They heard Seven's voice, but it wouldn't hurt to be sure. Yep, we're fine. Despite the recent danger, Clover's voice was as bubbly as ever. Oh, hey, I'm gonna tell you about this whole dead thing, okay? The dead is just like the red, but the color's different. You know how the red was red? Well, the dead is blue. Other than that, it's just like the red. Authenticating is the same too. Awesome, thanks, that helps a lot. I kind of figured it would be similar. Well, we should probably move on now. You be careful out there. Roger that. And I guess it's our turn to go through door 4. Junpei and the others left door 5 and headed towards door 4. They stood in front of the red and placed each of their hands upon it. Four asterisks appeared on the screen. Junpei grabbed the lever and turned around. You guys ready? Yeah. Sure. Let's go. None of them looked particularly optimistic, but their faces were set. Junpei nodded to them and turned back towards the red. Alright, let's go! With strength and determination, he pulled the lever. And let's go. Run! Well, why do we have to run? I mean, I understand it's 9 seconds, but we could have just, made our way through it. The four of them leapt through the door together. The moment they had passed through it, each heard a cold electronic sound coming from their left wrist. In the center of each bracelet, a red skull appeared and began to flash. Oh, that's an interesting touch. The detonator's countdown had begun. In the long moment that each of them spent staring at the wrist, the door closed. The numbered door behind them had closed, the sound of metal on metal reverberating down the hallway. There was no way back now. They were committed. If they could not find the device to deactivate their detonators... Oh, so they don't know where the dead is, so they're kind of in a bit of a hurry. Where the heck is the dead? How would I know? Don't give me that crap. Start looking. I already am. They began to run, eyes looking frantically for the device that was their key to their salvation. The hallway they found themselves running down was a long one, easily 300 feet in length. On the right side, it stood a series of wooden doors, all nearly identical. If they had taken time to think, they would have likely discerned that the doors led to cabins. Don't tell me the dead is one of those rooms. Oh no. How many rooms do you think there are? Junpei was too frightened to count properly, but at his best guess there were 7 or 8 of them. Ah, dang it. There wasn't time to count them to be sure. Junpei ran to the nearest door. He grabbed the knob and shook it hard. It wouldn't open. It didn't feel locked, more like someone had hammered an iron plate over the other side of the door. Junpei turned around to find another door, and saw that his companions had already run to doors of their own. They did not seem to be having any more success than he had. Their own words confirmed his fears. This one's no good. Same here. It's not moving. June was the last to speak up. As Junpei looked in her direction, his eye caught something he hadn't noticed before. The small red light. It flashed at him, dimly, from the end of the hallway. That's it! Over there! Even as he yelled, he ran. He grabbed Santa, Lotus, and June, and pulled them towards the light. Santa called out to him as he ran. Hey, how many more seconds do we have? How would I know? Our time limit is 81 seconds. I know that, dang it. I'm asking you, how many seconds do we have left? In all likelihood, Junpei figured nearly a minute had passed since the door had closed behind them. If that was true... Urgency foremost in all their minds, they arrived at the end of the hallway. The dead sat on the left wall, blinking almost tauntingly at them. Hurry! Junpei grabbed hold of the machine, his hands slick with sweat and shaking. He slammed his hand against the scanner panel. The other three quickly followed suit. With a grunt, Santa yanked the lever downwards. Oh, that was tense. And that's what I thought, that there'd be a loophole. It wouldn't always be right next to the exit door. You might have to look for the dead, which in your moment of panic, or your minute and a half of panic about, might be a little bit hard. They're all panting. Looks like it stopped. His hands beginning to steady. Junpei wiped away some of the sweat that had beaded on his forehead. As they caught their breath, the four companions began to look around. At the end of the hallway lay a heavy-looking set of double doors. Set into the walls of the hallway on either side of the larger door were two smaller ones. They all needed inspecting, but Junpei began with the largest of the three, the double doors. Light bulbs. How many times had he come across similar doors, with similar results, he wondered? Or perhaps he corrected himself, a lack of results. Whatever reason, the door remained firm and unyielding, and refused to allow Junpei or anyone else passage. Near the handle was a small keyhole. And we probably have to find a key, I bet. Above the keyhole was a small symbol engraved in the brass. Mail? He wasn't quite sure what to make of it, and he stared at it for a moment in confusion. It was June that corrected him. No, that's not the symbol for mail. That's probably the symbol of Mars. Well, technically, they are the same symbol. But I saw a number of similar symbols near the main stairway. The symbols of the solar system. The Sun. Saturn. The Earth. At least, that's what I'm assuming. So, this isn't the man symbol, it's a symbol for Mars? This isn't the man symbol. I think so, yes. While Junpei and June talked, Santa had disappeared. They turned to find him some distance down the hallway. He had gone to check the other doors, which seems like a reasonable idea to me. Eventually, he reached the last of them and jogged back. It took him only a moment to catch his breath again. Here's the deal. None of the other doors open. Then that must mean we only have two more doors. Lotus examined the doors on either side of the larger double door. Each one had a metal plate attached to it. Junpei figured they were probably room numbers. The door on the left read B92. And the door on the right proclaimed that it led to B93. Alright, let's open them. Yeah. Junpei put his hand on the doorknob for the door that said Room 92. Santa moved to the door to Room 93. They made it through the numbered door alive. There was nothing more to be afraid of. Are you sure? Junpei and Santa looked at each other and nodded. 1, 2, 3. In unison, they pushed against their respective doors. And promptly found themselves in a new room. June followed Junpei as he threw open his door. They turned around and saw that the door on the other side was open as well. Through the door was another person, his mouth agape. It was Santa. Hey, it opened. Yeah, it did. Junpei and Santa looked at each other. They had not expected the doors to yield so easily. Lotus's calm voice broke into their thoughts. Maybe this is all part of Zero's plan? I can't say I enjoyed being treated like someone's puppet. As she headed for room 93, Lotus continued. Well, now we have these two rooms. I'm sure there's something in there that will help us get out of here. Let's find it. Santa and I will search this room. Junpei and June, search the other one. Alright. Okay. It's like the escape sound. The seek a way out sounds, I mean. Yeah, seek a way out. Are we locked? We're not locked in here, are we? We're just kind of searching. Oh yeah, so we don't even have creepy music. Okay. So I was told actually, because in the first room, you know, the first room that we were locked in, we were just kind of in a square. And there wasn't really much to it. I mean, this room's a square too, but it's not as simple as just you're in the middle of a room. So I've heard the top screen actually has some use. Jumpy, where are you going? I was thinking of going over to Lotus's room. Do you think maybe you could look around here a bit more before you go? There's a lot for me to do here all by myself. Okay. And actually, I was gonna say... I like this music. I was gonna say, in the demo that I played, you actually got to see her in the starter room. She was there and she would talk, and you actually talked to her and you met her there. So... I found it interesting that they changed from the demo to the main game, that she wasn't in the room with you when you started. So that's why I already knew that she existed. That vase looks expensive. I wonder how much we could get for it. Are you gonna steal it? And painting. This is kind of a weird looking picture. Do you think it's an abstract painting or something? It looks kind of like a demon with an elephant-like nose. Sucking on a human being's brain. Where the heck did that come from? What's your brain made of? Can't say I'd mind finding out a little more about what goes on in there. Okay. We don't have any of our inventory items on us, do we? No, we don't. Okay, so we lost all those inventory items for whatever reason. Let's go forward. There's another door here. This leads to a bathroom, or what is that? It's a little blue platform protruding from the shower wall next to the knobs. It's for putting soap on. Oh, I used a shower once, so I know. That's the shower knob. Oh, this is a shower. Okay. I didn't know what... I couldn't tell what the knobs were. Let's see if anything happens when we turn it. No water's coming out. I'm sure that's on purpose so we can't, like, drown ourselves. It's just a shower head. There's nothing special about it. Okay. That's the bathroom wall. There are square tiles all over it. Jumpy, do you think there might be something on the shower curtain? Hmm? Well, maybe. You want to try closing it? There's not really anything here. There doesn't seem to be anything here. Yeah, you're right. Let's put it back. I would kind of find it a little awkward if the first thing you do is come into a room with a girl and then you're like, hey, look at that shower. I'm just saying. And the wall's covered with square tiles. All got geometric shapes. I'm not really seeing a whole lot of anything in here. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, so let's back out. Let's see. Oh, wait. Let me get an overhead view of what I'm looking at. Okay, oh, this is one of those split bathroom deals, I think. Yeah, I see what's going on here. Okay, let's check out over here. Yeah. Why don't we go back into the living room? Okay, let's go back. Actually, I didn't expect that would take me back. Let's go back in really quick and see if this is any suspicious. A collection of full and partially depleted rolls of toilet paper. Someone was well prepared. There's nothing too suspicious about it. What about the toilet? Now, let's check the toilet. There's nothing there. The tank's empty too. There isn't even any water in it. Dang it. Stupid headphones, sorry. The way I have to record this thing requires me to have a couple cords in awkward places. So they're pulling, let me pull those out. Sorry about that. Is that the shower head again? Yeah, okay. Probably means no one's used it in a long time. Which I would say is correct. Oh, I didn't check the light. Is the light of any importance? Nope, apparently not. Okay. Let's keep searching. Let's see. Let's check the rest of the room. Okay, we got some couches. Ah! Jumpy, what are you doing? We don't have time to be relaxing on a sofa. But it's comfy. What is this? Oh, it's a display case. Okay. Thought it was like a wardrobe or something. But there's nothing being displayed. How sad. Looks like the drawers are empty too. I'm glad she's smart enough to look. It's a table made of wood. Hey, there's something here. Looks like a box of matches. I'm sure that could be of use. And we got ourselves some matches. Anything on them? Doesn't look like it, just some generic logo. Okay. Let's keep... Oh. Junpei looked down blankly at what he was holding, then up at June. Oh, yeah, how's your fever? You feeling better now? Yes. I'm feeling fine. June certainly looked fine. Junpei held his hand on her forehead for a few seconds. It seemed her fever really had gone down. Are you worried about me? I guess if we are asking her about it, we are, to some limited degree, worried about her. Yeah, I guess I am. June blushed and giggled. By the way, Jumpy. How did you end up here? What do you mean? I told you earlier, didn't I? There was a man with a gas mask when you got home at night. You inhaled some white smoke and passed out. When you woke up, you were on D-Deck. Yeah, that's it. But is that really the truth? What? Jumpy, are you hiding something from me? No! Why would I? Well, if you think about it, this is awfully suspicious. I mean, why would two childhood friends bump into each other in a place like this? Hey, I could ask you the same thing. Are you hiding something? What would I hide? Well, I don't know. I mean, you're hiding it. How would I know? You mean, like, the number of men I've dated? Junpei's heart stumbled over itself. That's an awkward thing to bring up. Do you want to know? He had to admit, he was a little curious. It's not like they're gonna die or anything. He's got to know this right now. Don't worry. She smiled at him. Only 18. What? Times 0. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I just haven't met Mr. Right yet. June looked a little embarrassed and scratched the back of her head in a desperate attempt to seem nonchalant. Junpei coughed quietly in much the same way. Anyway, I'm not hiding anything. Just like you, Jumpy. When I woke up, I was on D-Deck. Well, you do have a point. I mean, why did Zero pick us? We haven't seen each other since elementary school. June nodded, and for a few moments she had the faraway look of someone in deep thought. Look for what connects the victims. That will lead you to the culprit. Do you remember Seven saying something like that? Yeah, I do. So... well, that's what I'm saying. I think this must have all have something to do with a classmate of ours. You got any idea who it might be? No, nothing. Oh. Well, if it had something to do with school, then it could be any one of our teachers, or maybe the principal. Or the janitor, or the lunch lady. No, I can barely remember any of them. Yeah, I know. Junpei went back to searching, feeling unpleasant and confused. Elementary school. Elementary school. Was there anything strange that had happened in elementary school? As he searched the room, he continued to rack his brain. Oh, okay. Okay, we're back to searching. Let's check our position. Okay, so we still have half the room to search, the bedroom as well. So we've already checked that. Let's try not to burn everything we come across. Let's wait till we find something that looks burnable in a good way. It's a light. Even if it's heavy. That's light. This isn't a painting. Is it a map? It looks like a map of the ship's interior. Oh, this is a great find. I think it'll be really useful. Let's take it with us. It is now possible to use the map screen. Map screen. The map screen can only be viewed during the story sections. It is entirely different in function from the bird's eye view mode. While on the map screen, you can examine a map of the ship's floor plan, which you will acquire over the course of the story. Touch menu to open the menu. If you touch map while in the menu, you'll be taken to the map screen. While there, you can scroll around the floor plan with the control pad. Touching green parts of the floor plan will allow you to see the bird's eye view for that room. Oh, okay, that's useful. So we can see bird's eye view of rooms we're not even in. That's actually kind of useful. Junpei took one last look at the map, then folded it up and slid it in his pocket. June looked up as he closed it. This ship is bigger than I thought. Yeah, it's probably about 90 feet long. Must be one of those fancy cruise ships. Of course, it doesn't really look like a cruise ship. Everything in here is really retro. Even if it's some sort of style choice, there's just too much. Do you remember what Zero said? On April 14th, 1912... I don't want to do the voice, by the way. On April 14th, 1912, the famous ocean liner Titanic crashed into an iceberg. After remaining afloat for 12 hours and 40 minutes, it sank beneath the waters of the... Do you think it's trying to replicate the Titanic? Do you think maybe this boat and the Titanic have something to do with each other? That's a good point. I doubt he would have mentioned it if there wasn't a reason. Junpei took a moment to look around the room. Do you think this boat is a replica of the... I doubt it's the actual Titanic, but it's probably a darn good replica of it. A replica of the Titanic? A replica... Yeah. You know, like a copy of the actual boat. Who on earth would make something like that? The same person who made the stupid game. Fans. Crazy Titanic fans. No way! Do you even know how much money that would take? No idea. But all they've got to do is break even, you know. Break even? Yeah. They could use it as a cruise ship. Climb aboard a piece of history, sail around the world in the resurrected Titanic. Heck, with marketing like that, they'd probably have more customers than they'd know what to do with. Do you really think people would want to ride on a ship with such an ominous past? It's the site of the worst accident in history. I wouldn't say the worst. I'd say maybe, well, that wasn't an accident. So maybe it was a pretty bad accident, yeah. Over 1,500 people died. I wouldn't be surprised if you get cursed just for going. A curse, huh? Jumpy, do you believe in that sort of thing? You know, curses and stuff. I'd say they're a load of crap, but that's what we'll go with for now. Sorry, but I can't really say I believe in that kind of stuff. Tact was not one of Junpei's many better qualities. What about you? Nah, I guess that's kind of a dumb question. Yes, I do believe in curses. In fact, I think it was a curse that sunk the Titanic. What? A curse sank the Titanic. The curse of the Egyptian mummy. What? Junpei couldn't understand how June had maintained a straight face to say that. Supposedly the Titanic carried the mummy of the priestess Amon-Ra, which was stolen from a pyramid. Oh, is it history time? And they say the mummy had a history. Everyone involved in it with it died in mysterious deaths. Come on, I'm sure you've heard of it before. Those who open the coffin will be forever cursed. Haven't you ever heard that? One? So you're saying the Titanic sunk because of that curse? That's right. June's eyes had lit up with excitement, like a child with a new toy. That's stupid. I don't buy it. It's true. How can you be so sure? That mummy wasn't just a normal mummy. It was really mysterious, totally unbelievable. What is so unbelievable about it? Well, supposedly she was really pretty. Pretty? Yes. But she was a mummy. That's right. She wasn't all shriveled up or rotten or anything. She looked just like she was alive. Oh, I get it. It's that thing, I don't remember the name, where your body turns into some kind of wax? If a dead body is put in the right sort of environment, the fat in it turns into something kind of like candle wax, and... Yes, that's a word I haven't met before. Saponification. And I would look it up, but we already just did get a definition of it. But that's not what it was. Huh? That's not it. She wasn't wax. Then, what is it? They say that she was frozen. What? Frozen? That's right. The whole body was frozen solid. You know how a human body is more than 60% water? Well, all of that water was frozen. The story says that from the time of its discovery all the way to when it got put on the Titanic, and even though it was carried through the desert, her body never melted. June and Junpei talked a little more, and then went back to their investigation. But even as they did, his mind went back to what she told him. Ice that wouldn't melt, even in the desert. Could such a thing really exist? No, even if it did, it wouldn't really be ice anymore, would it? The more he thought about it, the more his head hurt. Like he'd eaten ice cream too fast. Okay, let's do a little more investigation. It's a bottle with water in it. This is a bedroom. They probably have it here because your throat always feels dry when you wake up. You know? My throat's dry, but I think that's because I'm a little nervous right now. Well, we did run a lot, so we're kind of sweaty. Hey, Jumpy, did you want to take a shot? Well, okay, that's awkward. Whoa. Just kidding. Too late to take it back. My brain's already working out the picture. My throat was dry already. This sure isn't helping. That's funny. Okay. Let's see if she doesn't make some lewd statement about the bed. It's a light blue blanket with some designs on it. Someone's made the bed, or at least never unmade it. There's only bed sheets under the blanket. Nothing exciting. Let's check the pillows too. Look, there's two pillows right next to each other. Guess it's a double. Huh? What's up? You're turning red. Oh man, is her fever back? Hey, are you alright? Do you need to lay down for a minute? No, I'm fine. I think it's still a little early for that. Huh? Hey, seriously, are you really okay? I know where her mind's at. Okay, where was our map at? Wasn't in the file, was it? Was it in the items? Now, don't remember where the map was. Oh. I'll rewatch the video, because we're almost done. I'll rewatch the video for next time. And, let's see. Hold on. So, this is all we have left to search. We managed to collect a map. I wish I could draw on the upper screen, or at least put a pointer like, you know, I can on the bottom screen. But anyway, I think we're going to stop here for today, because we have been going long enough. And I feel like we're almost done searching the room, and then we're going to be back to exposition, so this probably would be a good time for us to stop. I find it interesting what she keeps her mind occupied on. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. And we'll continue our search next time, see if there's anything else to look through, and make our way back over to Lotus, and I keep wanting to call him Silver, but his name's Santa. And we'll see if they manage to find anything, combine it with maybe our matches and our map, and next time we'll go through the door maybe. I don't know, that one door at the end of the hall is what I'm imagining. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for more 999. Bye!